If you're looking to use your iPad as a mobile workstation, something to replace your laptop or just to increase the productivity you have on this thing, I've got you covered with a review of the Logitech Type Keyboard for the iPad 2. It is on the expensive side at over $100, but you know what they say about good keyboards? They cost a lot. If you're serious about using your iPad as a laptop replacement, the Logitech Type Keyboard makes that possible. Let's get to it. Looking at the overall design, it's made of a ballistic nylon exterior with a soft, almost kind of rubbery interior, while the keyboard is made mainly of plastic. The joints here that hold the iPad in are made of a hard plastic that easily flexes when you put it in, but also holds it firmly when it is set in place. So putting the iPad in, push it in the bottom. Taking a look at the access ports, you have the camera hole here, a cutout for your volume buttons for quick access. The power button's a little deeper in the groove. You won't always have to access that when the case is closed. Access to the lightning port there, with micro USB there for the keyboard itself, and a Bluetooth button when you want to reconnect it. I guess you never really need to use it. I've never used it, so I don't foresee a problem there. It's not designed to be a productive case, but I love that Logitech used this nylon exterior because it's strong and it's practically spill-proof material. If you try to get water on this, it just slips right off. It doesn't really seep in or absorb any of the water. The beauty of the Type case is the keyboard. It has some of the best feeling mobile keys with great click feedback, an additional row of function keys here, and best of all, a standard keyboard layout. Unlike other keyboards and most iPad mini keyboards, some of the keys are joined together in function, like the caps lock and the A key, for example, which requires you to pretty much adjust your typing style. With a standard keyboard layout right out of the box, you can go from using a desktop to using a keyboard seamlessly without even thinking about the fact that you're switched to using an iPad layout now. It doesn't hurt that they've also made the keys concave as well, making typing a true breeze, sometimes even a preference over my MacBook or desktop. There are three functions I want to talk about with this case. The first being the typing and reading mode. When in typing mode, the iPad is pretty much propped up with the keyboard in front and you're able to work away like a normal laptop setup would. Unfortunately, you're stuck with about a 120-degree viewing angle here, which for the most part works, but I was using it the other day at a coffee shop for about 2 hours and I could start to feel the pain in my neck having to actually stare in a specific way for so long. It's not one size fits all, but it's definitely one size fits most. But of course, being able to put it into reading mode and tuck the keyboard away is the real beauty here. By just unclipping it from the magnet and setting it down like that, you're able to use the iPad like it is an iPad. Completely transforming your iPad into a workhorse is basically limiting the capabilities of an iPad. It is still a mobile device and should be taken advantage like one as well, which means one-handed use, touch interactions, and the thousands of apps that are available to use, not all of which require a keyboard. So being able to use it in an iPad format is a real convenience to anyone who likes using the iPad like an iPad. Being able to fold the iPad over the keyboard itself turns the keyboard off to avoid any misclicks. Though it's a little bulky in the hand this way, it does kind of layer up like that. It's a trade-off for having a superb keyboard on hand whenever you need it, because when you're done using it this way, simply set it on the magnet and you're good to go. The next thing is the row of function keys we have right above the standard set of keyboard keys. You have access to quick buttons like the app switcher here, universal search, and even a screenshot button for whenever you need to take a screenshot on the go real quick. The best for me is the app switcher. It's great for productivity because the iPad doesn't support split app views, so because I'm not usually researching in Chrome and taking notes in Evernote, it's great to just switch between the two. Of course, 4-finger swipe also works wonders. And the last thing is power management with magnets that control almost most of the on and off with the case and the iPad itself. The keyboard only turns on when the iPad sits onto the magnetic strip. So if we take it off here and we put it back on, we can see that it turns right on and then connects with the blue light. The only time it stays on is when it's connected. It turns off when it's not connected. This way, Logitech says you'll have a battery that lasts about 3 months. The case itself has magnets on it to power the iPad on and off, just like any other folio case would, and something that's almost standard in all folio cases. The 3 things that I really love about this case are the standard key layout, which required no relearning at all, the auto magic everything, which means no more on and off switches, and the just level of protection the case provides. Given it's a keyboard case, it's almost well above most other folios. The only downside I can see is for some people, the fixed angle in typing mode may be an issue. Not everyone will have this issue, but it's something to keep in mind if you're over 6 feet tall. And that's it, folks. Again, if you're looking for a laptop replacement using your iPad Air 2, the Logitech Type Keyboard Case is probably one of the best combos available now to you. It is a little on the expensive side at over $100, but well worth the high price tag. For the premium function and the excellent build quality of this case altogether. Thanks for checking out my review, guys. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. And of course, there'll be more reviews coming up in the future, so please subscribe for future updates. That's it, folks.